Good morning, children. Welcome to our English class. In the previous class, we had read and understood the poem Children Are Going to School. The poem has many poetic devices to enrich it. Today, let us look at these poetic devices used in the poem. Let us begin with the first stanza. Look at the line. The sky bows his head in respect. Here, the sky is spoken of as a person and is given the human quality of bowing his head respectfully. Also, look at the lines. The sun, after his morning dip in the river, dressed up in his golden muslin turban, waits and smiles on one side of the road. Here, the sun is spoken of as a person and is given the human qualities of taking a dip or bath, dressing up and wearing a turban, waiting by the roadside and smiling at the children. Such a poetic device in which human qualities are given to inanimate things is called as personification. The poem is full of such examples where human qualities are given to different elements of nature. Nature shows its admiration for children and its joy through human activities. We also have an example of refrain in the stanza, children. Refrain is a poetic device in which a whole line is repeated for poetic effect. This line is usually the central thought or chorus of the poem. Can you spot the refrain in this stanza? Yes, the line "For children are going to school" is the refrain. It is repeated twice in this stanza. Children, you will notice that these two important poetic devices, personification and refrain, are repeated in the second and third stanzas as well. Let's have a look. Now look at the second stanza of the poem. Look at the line. Breezes sing their songs of blessings. Which human quality is given to the breeze? Yes, good children. Here, the breeze is given the human quality of singing the songs of blessings for the children. So the poetic device is personification. Now look at the next line. Fragrant flowers awaken the sleepy roads with their melodies. There are two examples of personification in this line. Let us see. The flowers and roads are spoken of as persons and given the human qualities. The flowers awaken the roads and sing melodious songs. Also, the roads are feeling sleepy. Now look at the line. The people in his lush deep foliage waves his hands. What is the people tree doing? The people tree here is also spoken of as a person and is given the human quality of waving his hands at the children. Also, in this stanza, the refrain "For children are going to school" is repeated once again. We now come to the last stanza. Look at the first line of this stanza. Angels of light have set out. Who are the angels of light? It is the children. The children going to school are called as angels of light. There is an indirect comparison between children and angels of light. Such a poetic device in which an indirect comparison is made is called as metaphor. Now look at the line. Every particle of the earth throbs like a mother's heart. Here, the love that nature has for the children is directly compared to a mother's love. That is why every particle of the earth beats just like a mother's heart. Such a poetic device in which a direct comparison is made is called as simile. Let us now look at the remaining examples of personification. Look at the same line. Every particle of the earth throbs like a mother's heart. Here, the particles of the earth are spoken of as persons and are given the human quality of having a throbbing or beating heart that is full of love for the children. Look at the line. Time sitting on an old roof flies pigeons in the sky. Here, time is spoken of as person and given the human qualities of sitting and flying pigeons in the sky. So these are the poetic devices which the poet has used. Wait, are we forgetting something? Yes, the poem ends with the same refrain that we found in the earlier stanzas. Let's say it together. For children are going to school. Yes, once again. For children are going to school. Very good. That's all for today, children. Now, open to a fresh page of your notebook. Write today's date in the margin and poetic devices as the heading. Write down the poetic devices given in the PDF file neatly in your notebook. Thank you.